What's up, Badger Nation? I'm Sonny the Badger.
And I'm Angie, Mama Badger from the Badgers and the Biker Lifestyle on Facebook and supportbikers.com.
And I'm the one that came up with the world record poker run.
And I'm Sayed.
Sayed?
I'm Sayed.
She got her Missouri accent out today. She packed that away for a while.
This is the last video.
This is it, the final. This is the finale of World Record Poker Run. Episode 15, correct?
I think 15.
So we did 15 episodes. If you haven't seen those, guys, go check them out. It's from the beginning, before the beginning, all the way to the end. And it covers a lot of emotions, a lot of miles, a lot of trials, a lot of tribulations, and a lot of victories, and a lot of happiness.
Yeah, I think you covered it all. So this is the last set of interviews that we have as we're going through the riders that pulled their last card.
And guys, there are so many more stories than what we have here. But the stories are what it's all about. And so we've got some great ones for you today.
Yeah, extra interviews. All right, you ready to do this?
Check it out, guys.
I rode, I set.
Probably not.
All right, I'm gonna get some more stories. So we got, this is Michelle from Bill's Rides. She's on my Support Bikers crew. Why'd you do this with us?
Why?
Yeah. All right, she's gonna get her picture taken. Yes. All right, we rode with the Hicks. Thank you guys so much for going with us and doing this with us. We enjoyed your company. These guys hung out with us for a couple of times and rode, yes. He's like, you got me already. I got Spade. Mike, this gentleman right here, he's rode with us a couple of times. You made it. You made it. Buck Champ, if you're watching. Mike made it. We've been thinking about you. Wish you were here. You get better, man. All right. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thanks for trusting us to be able to do this. Hey, you made it to the end. Oh, I'm so happy. This is so fun. So fun. We missed Josh, one of our veterans, Dan, Ozark's HT rider. Yes, and it all came true. So Dan was on my Support Bikers crew and he helped out immensely getting the word out for us so that we could get all these riders with us. So you're getting thumbs up and hearts. What? I know. Oh, you're welcome. You're very welcome. What'd you think? Today was flat. Not very... Yeah, what'd you think of today's ride? Yeah? Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Was it good? Did you? Oh, that's awesome. That's good. That's good. Yeah, so thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, you're welcome. All right, these guys are done. We got Sinister Clutch here. You made it, buddy. You made it. You guys got your last card? What's your cards look like? Junk. Well, there is a worst hand, so, you know. Somewhere in between. Somebody's got 3 pair? What's Randy saying? Uh-oh. You heard? You heard? Okay, you got 2 aces. Okay. Okay. So Sinister Clutch, guys, you can find him on YouTube. Look him up, follow him. Then we got Mandy the Machine on YouTube. Go look her up and follow her. All right. The line, look, just like that. I mean, we do it. When we do it right. Look at this. They were in and out.
I'm happy that you guys are all here now.
I know, we made it.
I've been waiting for you to show up.
Yeah. Tell everybody your name, and I know you're with the Warriors.
Warriors fans.
Yes, and we.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
Yeah, yeah, you've been following along. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's so awesome. We had such a time. Oh yeah, it was a blast.
The people got hit by an 18-wheeler underneath the.
Yep. So that was Susan Boland. She's all right. It just they were off to the side. So when the semi came, it clipped her trike and it destroyed her trike.
Okay, I've got Miss Susie Boland with me.
Being a new rider, so to speak, and I've never done anything like this. And the Guinness Book of Records really caught my eye because I thought, oh, yes, I'm going to be in the Guinness Book of Records. People that I ride with the Patriot Riders, they came along too. So there was like the 4 of us.
Mm-hmm.
And it was great. It was grueling because I've done long distance or weeks bicycle rides with women.
Oh.
And so I had that experience, and it's awesome. And I just thought, wow, what an awesome experience, and go cross country, you know, out west. And my parents traveled in an Airstream, and I could hear my mother saying, "What in the hell do you think you're doing?" And I answered back and said, "You and Dad did it in the RV. I'm just doing it on the bike." Getting to the Buffalo Chip and drawing that last card.
That last one.
That was whether I had to crawl across the finishing line or was able to stand up on my 2 feet and draw the card. That's what I was going to do.
Proud of you, because you could have said, "I'm done. That's it. Like, I'm out." And you didn't. You
know, but that never crossed my mind. You know, yeah, we had angels around us, the 5 of us.
Oh, you did.
And because we just heard a bang, and it was like, what was that? And working together, it was like family to get all of us safely to Sturgis.
Yeah.
And that was just amazing.
Oh, good.
That was amazing. So, yes, I was able to rent a trike at Eugene and ride it into Sturgis.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the most rewarding was to pick that last card at the Buffalo Chip and know that you've done it.
Woo-hoo!
Yes, you've done it.
So some more challenges were here. You rented a bike or trike, and you're on a new trike.
Yeah.
And I kind of went through the same experience. Here I was on a new bike too. So you and I kind of shared.
It was an upgrade.
And it was
because I had a freewheel trike, and this was a tri-glide.
Okay.
So it was more cushier.
Uh-huh.
And so it was nice. It was very nice. Yes, one of the things that I learned in this whole trip was how important is it? Because the trailer had my luggage for 3 or 4 days. So each night I would be able to take a shower and go to the front desk and get a toothbrush and toothpaste. And at one of them, they didn't have toothbrushes. And I thought, okay, you got your finger. That cleans your mouth also. So, you know, if you have a clean body and a clean mouth and you're on the road, what more do you need?
Right. we're all gross and nasty and that's just part of being on a bike, right? And all the gross bathrooms we went in and out of the different gas stations. I mean, you're on the road and you're traveling like that.
Well, there was one stop that we were wash clothes.
Yep, same.
And I thought, what are you going to put on?
While you wash your clothes?
What are you going to put on? And I thought, okay, I can put on my rain gear and wash my clothes.
Okay.
And that's exactly what I did. I was commando underneath.
Yeah.
But what the hell?
But
I was covered.
You were covered.
And nobody knew that. Well, one is you and Sonny to initiate and carry out his dream.
Oh.
And two is your mom and dad who rescued me.
Yeah.
That meant so much. And, you know, and then the community and Renji. And I want to thank also my little group, Scott and Joy and Al. It was amazing. Al was having his oil changed. And it was the day that I was riding with Renji or getting in Eugene. And I come out of the bathroom, out of the Harley station, and in the lobby, there stood Al. So it was like our little group got reunited again. Mm-hmm. So it was like a God thing. It was like, yes, we're supposed to be riding together, not separated. And it was just wonderful, you know. Then we were all together and we rode on into Sturgis, you know. Yeah, because we were going through the mountains, and him being on just a two-wheel, we were able to lean into the curves and stuff. And with my trike, I can't do that.
Yeah.
And oh man, it was a ride of a life. Get a bike or fly home. And once again, God provided me to get approved and find this 2019 trike. Green Goddess.
Green Goddess is what
I called my trike Green Goddess because it's green. It's like a forest green.
For me.
Thank you, Carmen and Casey and Sunshine Banker, lawyers.
Sunshine State
Bikers. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your help that you did.
Tell me. Oh. You got electrical problems?
Yeah.
Shoot. Fuses right in that.
Congratulations.
So did you make it on the bike here? Like you're on the bike? Like you're here.
I'm old school. I can work on the road. Get back on the road going.
That's the stories I want to hear. So.
No problem. Change it.
Yeah.
Keep going. I went to the Harley shop and all they did was change the keys and said it was fixed.
It's not working. Yeah.
That's part of it. That's part of it.
Yeah.
It has to do with the bad.
Yes, yes.
You got to balance everything else.
We knew it would be a challenge, huh? Well, you know me. I'm on my third bike, so. Yeah, you didn't know that? No, mine broke down and we left Port Charlotte. Even before I got to Georgia line, my bike broke down. So my bike broke down, and then I jumped on my dad's bike, which was in the trailer, in the chase trailer, and I rode the rest of the way to Georgia to John Maxwell's, and then from there, John Price, that's on the trip with us, he lives there at Alabama-Georgia line, and I went to his house, and the bike I'm on is one of his bikes. Isn't that crazy? Is it in a good hand? Look at me high here. I know. Made it on what were you riding today or this whole week? He is on a Can-Am Spider. And you're from Georgia. What's your favorite part?
It's all favorite. I've been doing this for 20-some years.
So just to ride.
Riding around the country as long as you get things in your face and you're somebody to ride with. That's okay.
Yes.
That's American.
So did you meet anybody along the trip?
Yes, Scott. And we stayed together all the way and we're on the same page.
That's awesome. So a friendship made? that will continue on. Yes, I love it.
You can't buy friends, you gotta earn them.
Right, and sometimes not everybody meshes, so it's just awesome that you guys mesh together. So
Yeah, right from the beginning.
you made it.
Yes, I did.
Several side trips, but
Took several side trips. Saw a little bit more than you were planning on. Thank you. This is my motorcycle showcase, guys. Part of my crew. Couldn't do it without. Oh, Eric made it. That's Toby Northern. Look him up on YouTube. Part of my crew helping out. This is Eric from Arkansas. You made. Oh, I'm sorry, saying that.
it's okay.
It's because it's right there. Like you picked up somebody along the way.
My beautiful wife. She's trying to get out of it.
The Smiths. I see the Smiths. We got to interview them. I'm going to turn around so that we can interview them. Lisa, she made it. Oh, he cooled you off. Well, take your picture and then I'm going to talk to you. I know, I got in trouble. You give it to Baby Badger, and it gets turned into Guinness Book of World Records. All right, come here and talk to me. Tell me about your journey. Well, first I want to know name, rider number, where you're located.
My name is Lisa Smith, rider number 9, and I'm from Bradenton, Florida.
Right in my area.
Yeah, it was rough first day.
That first day, yes, it was grueling, wasn't it?
I think we got into the swing of things for about third day. And then, going to Colorado, that
So Colorado, have you
Yes.
done the $1 Million Highway before?
I have not, no.
What'd you think?
It was fantastic. It was quite phenomenal.
It was something else, wasn't it?
Yes,
It was even coming out of it.
I know. And it was just one thing, and then,
It didn't stop.
oh my gosh. And going through that, I want to say Arkansas, from Mississippi to Arkansas was even.
Yeah, you like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would totally do this again.
You would do it again?
I would.
If
I
the
would
Badgers were doing something crazy like this again,
I'm with
maybe?
you. You know what? You're my tribe, so yes, I would do it.
Ah! All right, we'll see. We'll see. Sonny came up with another idea, but
Oh yeah.
We'll see.
You're like, give me a year.
I know. I'm just glad everybody made it for this one.
Hi
There's the
there.
other half. Here's Scruffy. What do you think?
What I think it was really great except for one thing.
What?
River.
River.
Love that River app. Oh yeah, I'm gonna say that.
Sorry guys, I had a phone call coming in. Yeah, which was a great timing.
Yeah.
Yes, we're gonna work with River, which is the app that we used, and see if we can't make their app better so other people that are doing something like
You
we're
covered that
doing
up pretty good.
can have an awesome trip.
That's okay, but other than that, we had a fantastic time.
Yeah.
It was like working 8 days.
It was fabulous. So the memories of it was
Yeah.
grueling, but it was fabulous.
Yeah.
I mean, the camaraderie and the bonding with people that you never knew.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
So who'd you guys end up riding with some of the time?
Actually,
Just us. There's Tom. He was here.
Tom,
Yeah, he was with us.
come in and introduce yourself.
Tommy,
Name, rider number.
Tom, I'm 125, and I done run with 3 or 4 different crews.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was the last one. I think Wednesday night I pulled in at 10 o'clock with the guy with the trailer trying to help that fellow that broke down.
Oh, yes. Okay, well, thank you. Thank you for helping out with that.
No problem.
We appreciate it. Frenchie! RJ! Randy, where's RJ? There he is. You made it. So, you got somebody looking for you. No rain? I don't know how the heck they do that. Did you hear that? I think they're the only ones. The only ones that took the entire trip and did not get rained on. It's just crazy. Never got poured on. That's nothing. I know. So next time, yes, I'm riding with you guys. I'll just follow right behind you. Tell me where to go.
Celebrating the 50th
Okay, hold on. I
anniversary,
need to
you
get
know?
this. You came
I
here.
came here when they were celebrating the 50th anniversary.
50th?
Okay, you know how many years that is? Between now, 50.
81, 31 years ago.
I can't believe the change.
The change? Is it huge?
Oh, it's huge. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
That's so cool. Did you guys hear that? So 31 years ago, he was here, and he's seeing the change of this place. They've added so much and done so much since then. Thank you. Congrats to you guys for making it in. Anything specific that you want to talk about, like that happened that was epic or that you knocked off your bucket list? The selection of roads. Good. So Brian Blacktop Devil did a good job with the routes. Yes. This man made it to Sturgis. Oh my gosh. Okay, tell us. You broke down. Well, flat tire, nail. Did they tell you what was wrong? Was it a nail?
I figured out what was wrong. Yeah, no, it was a mechanical thing.
It was mechanical.
And so I lost that tire, which was a brand new tire.
Oh man.
And then I had to buy the only thing I could find was a truck tire of the same size, fit, to get me to where I could actually get up my red bay to get the right tire.
The right tire. So
$1,500, $1,700, whatever.
Just on tires. So he was following in the motorhome and the trailer behind Belle, and that was where? That was in Jasper, Alabama. Spent some time there. Belle had a couple days of clothes on her. So she's trying to wash clothes through the trip and get rooms. Yes. And laundry.
Yeah, it's been quite the adventure.
I'm Belle with Belle's Rides. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Amarillo to Durango was probably my worst day of the trip. And that's including the monsoon that I went through where I almost got hit by the lightning. That was probably the worst day. I got some kind of stomach virus or something, so I had to stop a lot. And finding bathrooms in the middle of the desert kind of sucked. Yeah. I got into a storm right into New Mexico area, and it was awful. It was the worst storm I've ever been in, and I was planning on waiting it out. I went into an NRA outbuilding, and it ended up being just a phenomenal stop. Looking back at it now as a happy accident, because it was amazing, the animals that they had in there, and they were just life size. The rain never stopped. And for 100 miles of pouring down rain, literally 100 miles of rain and wind, and it was awful. So I finally crest this mountain and on the back road that we were taking into Durango, and I could see it was beyond the storm. So behind me was dark and pounding rain, and you could still see the rain falling down behind me. And then on this side, I took this beautiful picture of my bike with the Badger Nation, the World Record Poker Run banner on my bike, and the sunset was going down, and it was crystal clear and just gorgeous. And it was, finding those moments that you appreciate after a horrible day. That's what that experience was all about. Every little detail. And Sunny, I tell you, you are the biggest U-turner I've ever been around and have ever followed. How many U-turns have we done so far in this ride? I literally was jumping up and down and high-fiving people and hugging people, and it was this incredible sense of achievement plus the Black Hills energy. We had friends that snuck in on the parade and probably saw the video of when Road Therapy, and Andy was driving her bike and she rode bench. And they were right next to me. So one of my best girlfriends and my best friend is riding right next to me right after such a huge achievement. It was incredible. I mean, by the time we got to the stage where everything was, I was just on cloud nine. It was so much fun. Hats off to you guys for, Sonny, you thinking of it, and Mama working your arse off in the background and in the foreground, you know, promoting it, and your entire family jumping in. Probably 50-50, 3 or 4 days riding by myself, and 3 or about that same riding with you guys. So it was a nice mix. I do want to say thank you. The Durango night, it got really, really dark, and there were a lot of critters on the road. I was getting ready to make this left-hand turn, and I looked over at a gas station, and there they were. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to go over and ask if I could ride with them.
Good. Yeah.
So and of course, they were welcoming and open about it. And we just rode our asses off the rest of the way. And
somebody made it.
She made it. She did awesome.
Each other in Spearfish. We arrived at exactly the same time.
When we were rolling in, you saw.
Did you hear the horn going bah, 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 bah?
Yes.
Freeway? That was me.
That was you.
We were literally, and our RV park is what?
Oh, wow.
We literally went like this and boom, ended up in the same spot.
There's Todd. Hey, Todd. Todd all the way from Nebraska. Rode with his daughter, Michelle.
Whoa.
This lovely lady right here. What you guys think?
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah? Yeah?
Absolutely amazing.
What's your favorite part?
Colorado.
Colorado? Arkansas?
I've done a lot in Arkansas, but Colorado is a lot of fun.
Yeah. I want to go back.
Well, and riding through the Roosevelt and seeing all the burnt trees and everything, it ended up turning into like
last summer.
Yeah, it ended up turning into like a history thing with this, where we started researching it, saw how many acres burned, and we were able to see the new growth coming up, and so it's amazing how different it smells. It smells so much different. It doesn't. It smells like campfire. It doesn't smell like woods.
So see, it's stuff like that. The smells, the sights, the history, the roads, everything. Is this family? And you're leaving? Oh. So she hitched a ride with Danny, which was awesome. And you're headed back to Nebraska. Danny, you sticking around? You're heading back too? Okay. You guys be safe. Thank you so much for doing this with us. Oh, you're welcome. You're very welcome. What was that? The 2025 ride? Uh-huh. Yeah, we'll see. Do you guys have World Record Poker Run stickers? Did you get... They've got some at the table. Why don't you guys go grab your World Record Poker Run stickers? I'm going to start handing those out. So, yes. We'll see you guys again. Follow us.
We had a great time.
Good. Anything that you want to tell about that?
It was just awesome. The ride in Florida was great.
Can you believe it's over with? I just can't.
Well, we've been on the road for 17 days.
Yeah. How far away is home?
We got to go to Lyons, Nebraska, 200 miles.
200 miles? That's not bad. Yeah, this is like your backyard.
Yep.
Well, that's so you had she had family come? Oh, that's cool. That's cool to see them land here. All right, we got this other crew. Did you come in with Jessica and Keith? Did you ride in with Jessica and Keith and Randy? Is that who you rode in with?
I rode
These
in
guys.
with, Kid.
Did you ride in Kid Mears? Kid and Chris? Ah, okay. Michigan guys, huh? It's cool making for new friends, huh? That's good. The camaraderie. 8 days of spending with all these guys. Well, thank you, Danny. I appreciate it. You have a safe trip home. Sleep good in your bed. I'm jealous. Yeah, I'm really jealous.
I'm Jessica Moore. I am from Lehigh Acres, Florida, which is right outside Fort Myers. I ride a Harley-Davidson Heritage Softail Classic. Go Navy, beat Army. Remember, it's me and Bill against Toby. The best part I have to say was when you texted me and was like, "Can you get the time off?" I'm like, "For you, heck yeah, I will get the time off. My boss is good." People were like, "If you don't do this, we'll do it." I was like, "No, you can't." Carmen DeLutri, Casey Byers, from the get-go, when we did the live feed, when they announced who was doing it, and the words of encouragement from you and the nomination and what they had to say about it was amazing. And then meeting them in person and finding out that their hearts are as big as they are. I mean, they're full. Their aura is just amazing. Stopping in the mountains and in the rainforests, on top of the hills and the cliffs, and just seeing God's beautiful paintings. I mean, just to travel this world, this country, and see things that you never get to see if you're driving in a car. You never get to see if you're just, driving through. To be able to stop and just witness what this country has to offer, and just be in awe of everything. I had a lot of firsts this ride. This was the first time I took my motorcycle out of state. This is the first time I've done this many miles in a day. I ride around around Lake O. I've rode to Key West. I've rode to, Orlando, Cocoa Beach. I've rode a lot of places to Florida, but to actually go, 500 miles in a day to ride, to take it out of state, to visit other states. This was the first of many that, a lot of firsts I did this trip. Yes. Colorado, having to go back because of road hazards in a few spots. And for me, I'm a Florida girl, and to have to get on rain gear and then my chaps and jackets and ride at 10:30 at night through Independence Pass, not being able to see, I swear, I think I prayed and cried more than actually paying attention to the road. I did. I was like, literally the whole time I was like, "Lord, please just get me through this ride. Just get me to the end of this. Get me to the end of this." And when we finally got to the bar, it was like 1:00 in the morning. Everybody else was gone. And everyone's like, "What do you want?" I was like, "I want to go to bed." Crying, laughing, grateful, honored, humbled. When I ran up to Sonny, I gave him a big hug, and I was like, he's like, "You did it." I said, I did. So did everybody else. I was so worried that I was like, man, can I do this? Can I go for the day? If I can make the first day, I can do the second. If I make the second, I can do the third. By the 6th day, I was like, all right, I'm doing this, but God, I'm still scared. It's funny because I had a few people that were staying at that campground. So I'm riding through and I'm waving and honking and, going by some of the people and kind of laughing about it. The first pass we did, it was like a 180-degree turn up with like a 6-degree incline. And now I'm a Florida girl. You see what we have. We have flat roads and no turns.
Flatlander is what they call it.
Yeah. So to do this, and I'm on the inside, and I go and I start going up, and I turn on this thing, and the first thing I see is the hill going down, going, I'm going to fall down there, and my bike is going to fall on top of me. Scared the living crap out of me. So we literally get up to the top of this mountain, And we stop, and Ranjit's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm standing there shaking. He's like, "What's wrong?" I said, "I went around there." I said, "I don't know how to do this." I said, I don't have hills. We don't have hills and turns." I said, I don't know how I can do this. And so he talked me through it. The first national forest, which had all these things. And he says, "Do me a favor." He says, "I see how you ride." He says, "Follow my tracks off my rear wheel." I said, "Okay." And he's like, "Just follow it." He said, "Because once we get into the forest, we're going to go single line." I said, "Okay." So I did it, and I followed him. And Keith was behind me, and Ranjit was in front of me. And they're like, "You did fine." I said, "Yeah, because I just had one solid line. I was just following the whole time." The next to the last day we were riding, we get along this mountain pass, and Keith's like, "Go ahead, go ahead." So I'm thinking he's saying to take off and not lead. So I take off, and he says, "How fast were you going?" He's like, "I was doing 80 and couldn't catch up to you." I said, "You told me to take off." He's like, "No, I wanted you to lead." I said, "That's not what I saw." But to feel the freedom of just having that, being one with the bike and just flowing through the curves and feeling it. I mean, it was just, I know it made me a much better rider. And having those experienced riders, especially on two wheels, it's hard when you're riding with trikes. I mean, It just is. But to have that experience and having those guys just be very patient and work with me, and I mean, it was just like a 360 turnaround from the first day to then. It was awesome. We all ride with our own groups. We all ride with our own people, when we're local. And when you get something like this, where you have, different people from all over the country, and to be able to fellowship and have those new relationships with people all over the country. Bill Warner, Toby Northern, Sheila Smith and Nancy Dickman that I got to meet, Ranjit and Keith. It was just, I think, learning and knowing them is just, it was just an added bonus for the trip that we were able to take.
What was the scariest part, Julio?
Independence Pass at 10 o'clock at night.
Why?
So many deers in the row, so cold, and you can see nothing. Stacey, we go to the 7-Eleven? Yeah. And then the guys he working there, he's like, "I live around here and I don't even drive that at nighttime." And then we gotta go through the motorcycle like that. He's like, "You guys be okay, I guess, because I don't even drive that."
All right, guys.
That was freaking hilarious, Julio. We were at a bike night in Cape Coral when we got back in October. And we were talking about the trip, and that's what he had to share with us.
Right. I think Porky Pig says it best. That's all, folks.
Yeah.
That is the end.
Robert Truex, I'd asked you guys to, post on social media, some things that were crazy that you can remember that happened. And so we've got him talking about Alex, with A-Rod, and he got a hole in his saddle bag and started dropping them, dropping the sockets. And it was like mini grenades he was avoiding. And then Bill, remembering him stopping multiple times to try and figure out why his bike wouldn't, he's having trouble starting it.
Right.
And then he said he couldn't remember who it was, but I'm pretty sure he's talking about Doug or Keith Bob on the way to Little Rock, Arkansas, and how Doug's trunk had come open and stuff flying, and we were on the highway at that point and trying to get scooted.
Was that when the sunblock went flying?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the time. And then he having a full windshield full of mud going through New Mexico.
Guys, it was an awesome adventure. The stories were fantastic, and you just never know what you're going to encounter traveling cross country on a motorcycle. So we highly recommend it.
Yes.
Guys, thanks again so much for watching all our videos. Thanks for all the comments, all the likes, all the shares, all the subscriptions. Hopefully this has documented the trip for you so you can share it with your family, your friends, anybody that you're like, you know what, I did the World Record Poker Run. You want to see what it was about? I mean, you can send them right to the videos. So we hope that it definitely serves its purpose for that.
Yep, exactly. All right, so next we did a World Record Poker Run tour, and we traveled. We were gone for a total of what, 68 days?
68 days.
22 states.
Over 13,000 miles.
Yeah, total for us. So we have our adventures, and so we're going to continue on with doing a Wednesday 7 p.m. Eastern Time premiere so that you guys can join us, and it'll just be us recapping our trip. The videos should not be as long as they have been, just because these videos, we wanted to make sure that...
Well, we wanted, I mean, we left a lot more in than we would normally, but it was all stuff we wanted to have memorial of and recorded, and, and we also had 113 people that we wanted to include in. Yeah. Right? So instead of it's just 2 or 3 of us, we was trying to bring everybody's stuff in and not leave anybody out. And so if we did leave you out, we're very sorry.
Believe me, I tried.
We tried to bring you in, I promise.
So yeah, so we're looking at 10-minute, maybe 15-minute videos each week, just recapping the rest of our trip. So we really hope that you continue to tune in and join us. If not, of course, they're recorded for you guys to watch later.
That's it.
Okay.
All right, guys. By the way, there's an epic event, 2023.
2023, guys.
We've already started planning.
Yep.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
And after today, there may be 2 epic events in 2023.
What?
Never know.
I don't know.
Bye, guys.
Stay tuned. Make sure and follow along.
The whole experience, having everybody involved was amazing, and I thank each and every person that rode, that sponsored, that participated, that took the time to help you guys, like Stevie and the ones that did the routes, the ones that took the pictures, the ones that booked the hotels. I mean, each person was an integral part of this legacy, I'm going to say, because it was a legacy to do this. And I think overall, I mean, is thank you even enough? I mean, is thank you even a big enough word to say how grateful and honored most of us are to have this experience?